Hi everyone. Well, today it's the 3rd of July, almost Independence Day. So today we're going to make another lawn cutting video. So this is the 6th one I'm uploading. So Honda runs better now. I actually had to change the air filter. The air filter was kind of caked in oil. That's because whenever I was tilting it to clean the underside, I was tilting it where the breather is, and oil went to the breather, caked the air filter, fouled the plug, and that's how it ran like a crap. So now it runs perfect now. No issues whatsoever on this one. So today we're going to feature my uncle's 5127. Now I decided not to use it last year because it's a side discharge and it just shoots the grass on the side. But however, the guy that's rebuilding my machines, and he's actually building another lawnmower for me as we speak, has made some modifications to my 5126 and 5127. And that's the modification. We made the deck spherical, thereby it stiffens it. See right here? Now he asked me to try it out to see how it mulches, and if that's the case, if my other 5127 doesn't sell, that's what I'm going to do. Make the other modification. And I already have this same modification done to the Country House 5126, which is up and running now. Now the reason for that, when I was looking at the other 5126, the one I garbage picked a couple of years ago, it had a missing baffle, and it would be too much money to try to stiffen the deck. So since this was a perfectly good shape, I salvaged the other parts, so the other 5126 became my parts mower, and this one runs smooth. So maybe next time I'll feature that one if you guys want me to. Trimmer, I'm going to use the FS94, and blower, I guess the BG55. Alright, so let's get started. Alrighty, so 2014 Stihl FS 94R with a 24.1 cc two-stroke engine, also called the 2-mix. Love this trimmer, very good on gas, and this is probably why it's one of the ones I use most frequently in my lawn care service. Alright, so 2 primes should be fine. Oh, don't forget your ear protection. Alright, let's get cutting. Alright. Now for the 1987, tested by R. Jeffrey, 5127. Spick and span with a Walbro carburetor. Alright. Just gonna wait for the gas to go get into the carburetor. Put on choke. Wow. Considering the fact that the grass was a little bit on the tall side, it mulched really well, being that these utility Stihl deck models were only side discharge. So I might say it worked rather well. I'm impressed. And I'll expect no less results from that 5126. Let's check underneath. Wow. Hardly anything to be cleaned. Gotta love it. Yeah. Amazing. Runs well with that Walbro carburetor. So it's got some left. Alright, now let's get the blower. I'll feature, why not, the big boy. The BR550. Alright, BR550. This is a 64.8 cc engine, or 65 4-mix. So, I'm not going to prime it, I'm just going to put it on choke and see how it starts. Awesome. So there's my 2012 Stihl BR550 with a 64.8 or 65 cc 4-mix. Spick and span Lawnboy 5127 with a 20-inch utility Stihl deck design, now modified to do mulching. If anyone's curious of what height I set my grass, I set it to 3 inches. With this particular model, there is no height changer, so you're gonna have to unbolt the wheels to change the height. So I decided to keep it on the highest setting, which is good enough for me. And my 2014 FS94R.